Alright, that's the top of the hour, so let's get into it. So, today we're going to be playing Murder by Numbers. I should mention right off the bat, I did receive this game for free via the Epic Games Store. It will remain free for the next week, and if you add it to your library within that week, you can keep it forever. Um, so this is not a sponsored stream or anything like that. It's just that the game is free right now. So you may notice that the stream is very quiet right now. Normally I'll have the background music of, or the menu music of a game going, being whichever game that I'm playing. The reason there's nothing playing right now is because I haven't booted this game up yet. I have, but I haven't for the stream. So when you start this game, it goes into a bit of a sort of anime intro sort of thing. So I have left it until now, and will actually be presenting that intro on the stream. It's not very long, it's just a nice little thing, but let's get into it. Come on, there we go. Yes. Okay, so from what I know, Murder by Numbers is a sort of. Let me just turn down the volume a little bit. Shouldn't be too much. So, from what I know, Murder by Numbers is a sort of visual novel Picross game. What if you don't know what a Picross? I'm going to call it Picross. I don't know how it's meant to be pronounced, but if you don't know what that is, you will see very soon. But let's just dive into it and see how it goes. So, case 1, show's over. We'll overwrite my autosave. I don't know why I have an autosave. I think I accidentally started. Cannot hear me. I am seeing. Oh. Okay. No, it's important for me to hear any sort of feedback on volume, but I am very glad that it was on your end, Mel, because oh boy, if I was not getting the audio through when OBS is telling me that it's going, would be concerning, and I wouldn't know how to fix that. But yeah, so this is a since you didn't hear, this is a sort of visual novel Picross game. You've unfortunately missed the little introduction song, but that's too bad. Let's just get started with the game, hey? I don't like how that's at a weird angle. The text is not straight. It's curved, actually. It's not that it's at a weird angle, it's sort of fish-eyed, or the opposite of fish-eyed. I am Scout. I can't see anything. I know, I'll run the visual recalibration routines. And lots of text. But basically the camera's broken. Oh. The basics of image reconstruction are simple. See that grid? By filling in certain squares, a picture will appear. The clues on the sides of the grid tell you which squares to fill in. Once you've filled in the right squares, you'll complete the image. It is indeed like an old TV screen though. I thought it was just angled weirdly, but it is like a CRT thing or something. And yes, I love them as well. I play these in my spare time. So, see how this row has 5 written here? That means that 5 connected squares in this row should be filled in. Since there are 5 squares in the row in total, that means all of them should be filled. Let's fill these in now. Great! See how the clue there went grey? That means you followed that clue properly. Now we're going to introduce the other important part of image reconstruction puzzles. Marking squares that must be empty. Right now it is free to play, yes. On the Epic Games Store, for the week, you can pick this game up for free and it will stay in your library forever. So, normally you would have to purchase it, but this week alone you can get it for free. Marking squares that must be empty. Take a look at this column. The 1 means that only 1 square in this column should be filled in. Because 1 square is already filled in, that means none of the others can be. So we should mark these squares with a cross to remind us that they shouldn't be filled in. Mark these 4 squares with X's now. I'll mention, it hasn't once told me what button to press. So that's a +1 for intuitive game design. It just tells me to do a thing, and then I press the button that I feel like it should be. So either it's very intuitive, or they're mapping keys as I press, but I doubt that one. Great, now let's do the same for the second column. And the 5th column. Okay, we're nearly there. This row has a clue of 2, which means 2 connected squares are filled in. Because we put in those X's earlier, there's now only one place where this other square can go. Fill it in now. Now do the same on this row. As you can see, marking squares with X's is really important and makes reconstructing the images much easier. Image reconstruction can be boiled down into these 2 tasks, filling in squares that are correct, and placing X's in squares that cannot be filled in. Yeah, it does give a warning about the content of the game. I'm pretty sure that's because this is a game about murder, or solving murders, so there will be dead bodies. Now, use the techniques you've learned here to complete this puzzle. That's very simple. Oh, I actually have to fill in the X's. I can't just finish the correct cells. You found right arrow. Oh, it was an arrow pointing right. Okay, on to the next one. Lots of corrupt data. Okay. Next, let's look at a really useful technique called overlapping. Now, I do play these quite a bit, So I know how all this works, but I will go through it slowly for anyone who doesn't know this sort of game, so don't worry about that. So, this row has a clue of 4. Remember, that means that 4 connected squares should be filled in. Given there are 4 connected squares and only 5 possible spaces, that means there are only 2 possible places this group could go. Look at the 3 squares in the middle of the row. Notice how no matter where we place this group, these 3 squares are always filled. That means that we can safely fill them in now. Go ahead. Good job. This is overlapping, working out which squares will always be filled in or always empty, regardless of where the group goes. Let's try a few more examples. Take a look at this row. There is this one only has 3 connected squares, which means there are 3 possible positions it can be in. Even in this situation, there's an overlapping square, the one in the middle of the row. Fill it in now. Notice how this row has 2 number clues? This means that this row has 2 groups, one of 3 connected squares and one that's just a single square. I.e. me. I am a single square, hello. Groups must be separated by at least 1 blank space. So, for example, in this instance, it must go 3 squares, at least 1 blank square, and then 1 final square. Given that there are only 5 squares in the row, there's only 1 possible layout that will fit here. Fill in the highlighted squares, and then put an X in the square that we know must be empty. Now we can do some more overlapping on this column. Given that we already have one of the squares filled in, there are now only 2 possible places that this group could go, and 1 more overlapping square. Fill in that square now. Boop. Did you notice that, that in the previous case, the last square will never be filled in? Crossing out squares that you know must be empty is as crucial as filling them in, so let's cross that out now. I feel like that was worded a little bit awkwardly, so for those who don't know how this sort of game works, basically the 3 can never reach to this bottom edge, so we crossed it out. On the subject of crossing things out, notice how the last column has been completed already by following other clues. Cross out all the other squares in this column, so you know to keep them blank. Excellent work! Now, use all of the techniques you've learned so far to finish this puzzle. Well, this 3 has to go here, and 4 does that as well. The pair of 1s have to go here, need a space, and here, so I'm sure you can understand why I did that. Now, I can say there's nothing here because you can't have 2 groups right next to each other. Also, that 3 can be completed. And a cat? A dog! Test complete. A dog, how cute. Let's try the others. Error, corrupt data. Error, corrupt data. Lots and lots and lots of corrupt data. It is me, Puppy. 2 of 13 tests completed successfully. That's not good. I missed whatever the last line said. I think it was something like, let's try bringing the visual feed online. Where am I? Accessing memory. 85% memory corruption. How? What happened? I should try and find a way out. Oh, it's a garbage bag. Wait, does that mean that this is a garbage dump? Did someone throw me away? Choose your difficulty level. Easy, completed rows are automatically crossed out, hints are on by default. Normal, no automatic completion of rows, hints have to be toggled on. If this is your first time playing this type of puzzle, we recommend starting on easy. Otherwise, challenge yourself with normal. You can change your difficulty at any time, and cases can always be replayed for a better rank. I'm going to go with normal. An old broken shoe, you say? Several hours later. I didn't even look at all the trash, really. I have no clue who's talking. I'm going to assume it's the one on the left. No, the one on the right has her mouth open. And that's how I discovered the missing murder weapon. It was inside the butler all along. Nope, it was the one on the left. Oh my god, I can't believe I didn't think of that. I couldn't have done it without your help, Detective Oates. After all, someone had to distract that swarm of bees. You're right, we make a great team. It's just lucky we were in the neighbourhood. We'll always be right where we'll always be where we're needed, Oates, because wherever there's murder, there's mystery. Mystery. Cut. That's the last of the reshoots, everyone. Great work. Enjoy your summer break, okay? Ugh, thank God for that. I hate reshoots. Like, I already nailed it the first time. It's not my fault I'm surrounded by a bunch of talentless idiots. Excuse me? Oh, I'm sorry, Honor. You're not an idiot. Honor, can I see you in my office real quick? Sure. I'll be right there. Another meeting with the showrunner? I wish he paid that much attention to the real talent around here. Better run along now. Keep it together, Honor. 4 months until next season. 4 months before you have to talk to her again. Thanks, Becky. Hope you have a great summer. Hope you have a great summer. Ugh, what a sucker. I knew what sort of voice to give Becky right from the start, as annoying as I can manage. I'm not a voice actor, but I can do a little bit of something. Please, come in. How's it going? Your wife doing okay? My wife? Yeah, she's fine. Listen, This is hard. Did we get cancelled? We didn't get cancelled, did we? I thought the 5th season was already confirmed. The show's fine. The, numbers for last season were great. But it's about your contract. My contract? I don't understand. I wish there was something I could do, but... Wait, are you firing me? This isn't what I wanted. You're the showrunner, Blake. Don't act like you've got no choice. No warning, no negotiation. You're supposed to be my friend. Please, God, I cannot keep up with this. I believe that was, please, Honor, I wish I could try. I can't. What about the show? You can't just get rid of Detective Oates. The fans will go crazy. You're telling me 3 weeks of hate mail just for changing the theme song? But sometimes things come up, unexpected things. I have to do whatever it takes. The network put forward the idea of a talking poodle a few months back. I might try it out. Animal companions are big right now. Right. Replaced by a dog. That's dignified. I don't even have a clue what Blake said just then. I don't like that it just carries onward when she cuts him off. I I don't I didn't see a single word then. I wasn't reading it. Forget it, Blake. I don't need your sympathy. What I need is for you to have my back like you always used to. But I guess that's not going to happen. This isn't what I wanted, Honor. I swear. I wish I could believe you. I can't believe this. 4 years of hard work, then I'm out, just like that. What am I supposed to do now? Miss Mizrahi, good to see you. So, you haven't seen any kids running around out here, have you? Did the Friday Fun Show audience escape again? Not since they started strapping them into their seats. It's just, I got a report about kids spraying graffiti on the studio lot. Same thing happened last summer. Oh, but look at me going on. You must have finished filming by now, right? Oh yeah, I'm finished. Like, not coming back finished. What? No way! Yeah, Blake isn't renewing my contract. Oh geez, that's awful. I thought you two were friends. Me too. And what about money? What with your husband being out of the picture, wasn't this your only income? Gosh, I'd be terrified if it was me. I'm getting stomachache just thinking about it. I was trying not to think about it, Bill. Oh, geez, I'm sorry. Me and my big mouth. But you'll be fine, Miss Mizrahi. I just know it. I'm sure you've got a plan. So far, the plan is go home and find something strong to drink. You take care of yourself, okay? Plenty of people here will be sad to see you go, me included. Thanks, Bill. Hey, shouldn't you be looking for those kids? Kids? What kids? Oh, right. I'd better go. See you around. Now, where'd I put my car keys? Thought I had them in my handbag somewhere. Detective Oates? I am not in the mood to sign autographs right now. Oates isn't my name, I'm just an actress, and this really isn't a good time. But I need your help, Detective Just an Actress. I'm not a detective, could you please just... You're not a fan. What are you? I am Scout. Is this some kind of prank? Processing. Prank. A practical joke. A deception. No, I'm not a prank. I am Scout. I like this music. Alright, where's the hidden camera? I'm equipped with a digital imaging device, if that's what you mean. It isn't hidden, but it may be hard to see from where you're standing. Do you have any other questions? Listen, this is all real clever, hilarious really, but I've had a bad day, and I'm not in the mood. Unless you can find my car keys, I suggest you get lost. I can help you find your car keys. I can find anything. Activating object identification mode. Okay, first thing to check, dimensions of the puzzle. 5 by 10. Okay. So, for this one I'll walk through the thought process, following the overlapping principle that was present in the tutorial. An 8 will have to cover up to these edges at least. A 6 will come down to here. Again, 6 comes to here, but with the 2 in this column, I can add an extra 3 because there has to be a gap and a 2. I can also say after that gap, the 2 could be here or here, so it goes there. I can cross out these from finished rows. The 3s I can actually finish very easily in the rows. 2 has to come to there, and then the 8 comes to there. That's not a car key. And there, it's in your bag. That's not my car key. That's a tampon. Oh, tampon. Made from... I know what it is. I just don't get how this is supposed to help me open my car. Oh, yes, sorry. I'm detecting multiple faults in my object recognition systems, and I really have to be going. Wait, I still need your help. I told you, I'm not a real detective. Hell, I'm not even a fake one anymore. What could you possibly want me to help you with? I don't remember. Great. Well, good luck with that. Now get lost, will you? This isn't funny anymore. Okay. I swear, LA gets weirder every day. Now where are those keys? Maybe I left them back in the studio. They must be around here somewhere. Well, I'm glad they voice acted that one for me. What was that? It sounded like it came from Blake's office. Location unlocked, office. You now have access to the map. Use the map button to open the map. Office. Becky? I thought I heard a scream. Are you okay? Look, she's a bitch. I'm not going to be a bitch back. He's dead. Blake! I just came in and I think I'm gonna hurl. Hey, don't leave me in here on my own. I saw, oh hi Honor, did you, and then didn't see what the rest of that sentence was. Oh my god, is that Blake? What happened? I don't know. I heard Becky scream and... Oh jeez, what are we going to do? We gotta stay calm, I can do that, but then what? I'm not qualified for this. They taught me how to check ID and how to operate the little gate, but not this. We have to call the police. Oh, yeah, good idea. Call the cops. They'll know what to do. They're professionals. You just wait here. It'll all be fine. Jeez, just seeing the blood there makes me feel all queasy. Bill? Yeah, right, police. Sorry, I'll go get help. Blake, why? Episode 1, show's over. And that is a flamboyant man. Look at that. Look at that outfit. Butterfly hair tie, sunflower in the pocket, flower embroidered jacket, purple shirt with ruffles. Purple's a good colour, but like the ruffles on that shirt, goodness. And he was just lying there. What voice do I give him? Bloody hell. I'm sorry, Honor. No one should have to see that. I just don't get it. Who would want to hurt Blake? Also, yes, the options for person saying bloody hell was going to be English or Australian. Australian's easier for me. Who would want to hurt Blake? Is this everyone? All staff present and correct, sir. Well, everyone except Blake, on account of his being dead and all. Oh geez, me and my big mouth again. Sorry everyone. I just can't believe what's happened. I'll take it from here, thanks. I'm Senior Detective Jerry Cross. I'll be leading the investigation into the death of your showrunner, Blake. I realise this is a difficult time for everyone, but if you work with me, we can see that justice is served. First off, who found the body? Just answer the questions. Becky found the body. I came running in when I heard her scream. He was dead when you found him? How should I know? I'm not a doctor. Becky, he's trying to help. Sorry, Detective. She's obviously still in shock. And who are you exactly? I feel like I've seen you somewhere before. Ona Mizrahi. I'm an actress. Ona Mizrahi, huh? Well, I'll be. You've probably seen the show, Murder Mystery. Murder Mystery. I play Detective Oates. Of course he's seen it. We're a smash hit. Yeah, that must be it. I'm Becky Cole, by the way, star of the show, and soon to be winner of this year's Starshine Award for Best Actress. Hopefully. Glad to meet you. Now, what I need you to do is... An autograph? Of course. But I'm going to have to ask you for a small fee. I don't want your autograph, Miss Cole. I just want you to think about what you saw. You'll all have to submit statements after I've examined the crime scene. Do you need anything else until then, or can we go? I think we could all do with some time to process what's happened. Hold it. No one's going home. There's been a murder. I don't want anyone leaving this room until I've got the place secured. Understood? You're being cute, right? You can't lock us in here. There's no bathroom. Use a paper cup if you have to. I want to keep all of you in one place until I've got the facts straight. Listen, Senior Detective, I'm not going in a cup. Where do you think we are, a frat party? What's your name? Casey LeBeau, award-winning hair and makeup artiste. Enchanted to meet you. The Australian voice does not work well for this. And it says Brits now. I can't do a British accent. Aren't you Brits supposed to be good? I'm good at keeping things bottled up. Well, now's your chance. Any other questions? Who's that hiding in the corner? Me? I wasn't hiding. I got nothing to hide, Mr. Cross. Officer Cross. It's not officer, it's Senior Detective. Who are you? What are you doing here? Right, Senior Detective, got it. The name's Tully. I was just getting a drink when all hell broke loose, Senior Inspector, sir. Let me say it slowly so you get it. Senior Detective. And I meant, what are you doing here in the studio? What's your job here? Oh, why didn't you say so? I'm a handyman by day, bodybuilder and model at night. I'm going to be the next Schwarzenegger. That's great, and I definitely want to circle back around to this. But we still haven't solved my wee problem. I feel like there are two ways you could take that previous line. Either he was being sarcastic with wanting to circle back around to it, or he's very gay. Either is good. For God's sake, I'm not your babysitter, Mr. LeBeau. The matter is closed. As for everyone else, I don't care if you're an actress, the next Schwarzenegger, or William goddamn Shatner. You're all suspects until I say otherwise. You, security guy. Bill, wasn't it? Take me to the crime scene. Everyone else, just sit tight while I do my job. The real crime around here are those eyebrows. Somebody needs to pluck those girls before they get into a catfight. I'm thinking more and more that he's probably gay because that's he seems very stereotyped. I suppose we're stuck here. So, Tully, let's talk about your bodybuilding. Several hours later. Ugh, come on already, let me out! Would you stop making so much noise? He obviously can't hear you. It's Friday night and I'm supposed to be at a party in like 3 hours. How am I supposed to get ready if I'm stuck in here with you losers? You realise Blake's dead, right? And all you can think about is your stupid party? Just because Blake's dead doesn't mean my social life has to die too. It's about time. I thought you were ignoring me. I was. Would have kept it that way too, but I found this guy in a hallway over by the set. You got any other potential suspects wandering around that I should know about? Shouldn't you have the studio in lockdown? What if the killer already got away? I've got patrol cars at every exit. No one's getting out of here. But thanks for telling me how to do my job. John, you're going to stay here until I say otherwise. Got it? Yes, detective. Hi. I'm John. John Redfern. Looks like you're stuck here with us now, John. You'd better not need the bathroom. Oh. Hang on one moment. Keep getting scam calls and I never know whether I can expect, like, I could be getting actual calls at any point, really, and it's always scams. Okay. Oh my god, you're Miss Turry. Yeah, I know I am, thanks. And you're Detective Oates. Wow, am I guest starring in a new episode or something? Right, hilarious. Who are you again? Don't worry about her, she's just starved for attention. So, are you a new crew member, or...? Me, work on the show. I wish. No, I'm just a fan. Like, the biggest fan. I can't believe I'm actually talking to Becky Call. This is amazing. A fan? Well, why didn't you say so? It's always a pleasure to meet someone who appreciates my talent. I seriously can't even. Everyone on Usenet is going to go nuts when I tell them about this. Oh my god, he's one of those freaks from the internet. What if he's the killer? Killer? What are you talking about? Come on, Becky, you only just got here. We shouldn't be pointing fingers. Let's just let the detective do his job. Do his job? We've been locked in here for hours. Why didn't I see it sooner? Honor did it. Excuse me? Could someone maybe explain what's going on? Think about it. She's the one who just got fired. What the what? You got fired? It happened right before this thing with Blake. I didn't know how to tell you. You don't need to be Miss Terry to realise that that's one hell of a motive for murder. Don't you go throwing stones, Miss Glasshouse 1996. We all know you and Blake were fighting over your new contract. What? I don't have to listen to this. Don't you walk away from me. Could someone please explain what's happening? Everything's falling apart. I just wish I could do something instead of being stuck in here. If I could get out, maybe I can help. Am I hearing voices? Maybe we really have been locked in here too long. Hello? You again? What are you doing here? Helping? Do you need me to find something? A killer. And it could be anyone in this room. Even you? No, not me. I just don't know how to prove that yet. Maybe that's how I can help. How do I know I can trust you? I don't even know who you are. Ask me anything you want. I'll try my best to answer. So, I can question Scout. Hello, Detective Just an Actress. Please, call me Honor. It's a pleasure to meet you, Honor. I am Scout. Please, what would you like to know? What are you? First things first, what are you? Good question. Unfortunately, I don't have the answer. That's why I need a detective. You don't know anything about yourself? I know I am a robot. I am equipped with a radar, an imaging camera, and over 200 megabytes of storage. So you're some kind of flying camera? Unclear. Most of my subroutines are corrupted, but many are for searching optical data and matching to known objects. However, most of my object database has been lost. That explains the tampon thing. How did you lose so much data? I don't know. My memory banks were severely deteriorated when I came online. Huh. Seems like you're quite the mystery, Scout. Where did you come from? I was hiding under the table. I followed you inside. I didn't mean in here. I mean who made you. I don't know. All that tech and no warranty card? Better hope you don't need any spare parts. Okay, let's work backwards. How did you get here? I was following the street when I saw it. Murder mystery. Solving mysteries every Thursday. The billboard outside the studio. Do you solve mysteries on other days as well? I don't know if I can wait until Thursday. You said you were following the street. Where were you before? A bad place. There were broken electronics everywhere. No wonder I was damaged. You mean the scrap heap? Who would throw something like you away? That's what I want to find out. What do you want from me? So, what do you want from me? I told you, I'm not a real detective. I understand, but perhaps you can help me find one. Scout, I've got my own problems. One of my friends is dead. Also, maybe you haven't noticed, but we're locked inside a break room. I can't help anyone right now. Then let me help you. I can find a way out of this room so you can prove your innocence. And then I'll be free to help you? It's logical, is it not? Can't argue with that. How do I know I can trust you? My friend is dead. For all I know, you could have killed him. I would never hurt anyone. I don't even know how. I only want to find out who I am. I don't see any weapons on you. I guess you're safe. But I swear, if you go all HAL 9000 on me, we're through. So, can you find me a way out of here? Sure, I'll do a quick scan. I've found a way out. There's a gap in the wall. It's behind you, approximately 6 feet 8 inches tall. That's the door, Scout. If I could get out that way, I wouldn't need your help. Sorry, my logic circuits are obviously still warming up. Give me a moment to make a more detailed scan. Investigate. Use Scout's scanning mode to locate objects of interest. Move the viewport with the mouse and click to scan when the cursor turns fully red. Okay. This is 10 by 10. 8s have to reach this far. 6 will reach this far. So these are sorts of things that you can notice quickly once you're familiar with these sorts of puzzles. When you're less familiar with them, you sort of have to think about it a bit more. But that is fine. All the 1s. There's nothing else in these rows. There has to be a 4 here. These 2 columns need a 1 either side of this. Can't fill in up here yet, but can fill in there. That has to be a 4 as well. This has to be a 4. So there's nothing else above here. So those have to go to there. The 6 can no longer reach the corners, so these 8s have to come up 1 each. Need a pair of 2s up here. Guessing, yep, symmetrical. 8 can't go any further on this row, so these 8s need to come down. These are 2s, so that's done. These are 1s. And then these finish. You found air vent. I think I've located another way out. Could you verify that it's not another door? It's an air vent. That might actually work. Or at least it works in the movies. Only problem is it's sealed up with a metal cover. You don't happen to have a crowbar, do you? I don't think I have that feature. Worth a try. The cover seems to be held in place by 4 metal screws. It can probably be removed for access. Okay, so we need a screwdriver. I'm guessing you don't have one of those either. No. I'll be sure to bring it up with my creator if I ever find them. What do you think you're doing? And what is that thing supposed to be? I am Scout. Honor, are you really that desperate for friends? I always knew you were weird, but I didn't think it was this bad. Are you here to accuse me of murder again? I don't know what to think anymore. Guess we'll just have to wait and see. Ugh, what's taking that detective so long? You'd think someone his age would value time. For once, I agree with you. Scout found an air vent that leads out of the room. I'm going to get out of here and prove I'm innocent. What? No way! I am not letting you sneak out of here while I'm stuck in here. What are you going to do? Tie me to a chair? If you so much as touch that air vent, I'm calling Detective Cross. You get fired, Blake dies, and then you try and escape? You don't look so innocent to me. What if she's right? Escaping this room may not be the best option. Sometimes the best defense is a good offense, Scout, and we have to move fast. The longer we wait, the more time the killer has to cover their tracks. How do you know that? I've picked up a thing or two over the years. Murder mysteries were always my favourite kind of story. I just never expected to be in one. But before we can get out of here, we have to find some way to distract Becky. Ugh, what do you want? Or rather, what do you want? How are you holding up? I'll be okay. No thanks to that idiot detective. I can't believe he's left us locked in here without any protection. What if the killer tries to finish off the rest of us? You don't think they'd be trying to lay low? How should I know? I'm not a murderer. Maybe not. On the other hand... What, that contract thing? Don't be stupid, Honor. That's just business. I'm not a suspect. I'm a victim of circumstance. Fighting with Blake about your contract. Were you really fighting with Blake about your contract? I do not want to talk about it. But can you believe these people? I'm their biggest star and they can't even find a few $1,000s for promotion. I swear it's like they want the show to die. What are you smiling about? Nothing, it's just... I thought you didn't want to talk about it. You and Detective Cross. Sounds like you don't think much of Detective Cross. He's so old. I thought real detectives were supposed to be cool and mysterious. The only thing mysterious about him is why he hasn't been retired yet. Meeting your biggest fan. So, how does it feel to finally meet our biggest fan? Who, John? He's so pathetic. He keeps trying to talk to me about poetry or some crap, as if I want to hear poetry at a time like this. You'd think your biggest fan would know you aren't interested in art. I am into art, but fashion is the art of the 90s, Honor. And John is anything but fashionable. I'm not going to bother saying she should let me go. Let's investigate. Vending machine? Can't go any further left. Oh. There's something under the table. So, I could start off the puzzle as usual with my 8 like this, but 8 and 1 with a gap of 1 make 10. So we can just finish these 2 lines. This 6 is done. This 4 can be done. There's another 4 there. 5, 3. Some people look down on Picross type games. Honestly, I can sort of understand why, because it's a very simple concept. It doesn't seem like there's that much to it to actually engage, but I very much like them personally, and once they actually start getting complicated, they can get up to like 50 by 50 grids, and that gets real advanced. Found a Miss Terry toy. What's this toy doing here? Hey, be careful with that. Don't you realize what you're holding? A really weird puppet? What? No, it's a Miss Terry figurine, and a rare one too, if I'm not mistaken. Huh, I thought it looked familiar. Guess I didn't recognize Becky without a scowl on her face. How come it's so valuable? Well, since you're interested, this particular figurine has a small but hilarious mistake. Take a look at the vase. Do you notice anything? Aside from a strong urge to pull Becky's head off? No. No, the eyes are the wrong colour. Isn't that funny? Like, how do you get the eyes the wrong colour on Miss Terry? They only made 200 before they noticed the problem, so they're very rare. I wonder how it got here. I've actually got another one just like it right here in my... Wait, is that mine? You took it out of my bag. You're a thief. A thief? It was just lying here on the floor. On the floor? But it's worth hundreds of dollars. There are people out there who would kill to own this. Calm down, it's just a piece of plastic. Just a piece of plastic. Come on, John. Remember what Dr. Fryerstein taught you? I'm sorry I shouted. I just can't stand to see priceless collectibles being abused, especially when they belong to me. Sorry, John. I really didn't know it was yours. You should probably take it back before I get any ideas about shoving Plastic Becky here into the garbage disposal. No. Dr. Fryerstein says I have to learn to share. Besides, you are Detective Oates after all. If I can't trust you, who can I trust? You were kidding about the garbage disposal thing, right? So I'm guessing showing that to Becky is going to be how I distract her, but let's see if we can find anything else. Microwave. So 5 reaches to here, and then there's a 1, 2, 3, and a gap. 5 gap, 1, 2, 3. Well, that 3 had to be that way anyway. Ones in these row have completed themselves. We cannot fit a 3 in here, and they have to be in this order. So these are the 3s. There's a 1 in each of these, but when you've got a 5 dimension and a triple ones, they have to be spaced like this. So these columns are now done. That 3 has to go there, and bang, screwdriver. I'm not sure what the score thing is for. I'm guessing it's just the rank, so you can tell how well you did. Doesn't seem like there's anything about time on it, so just don't make mistakes and don't use clues, I guess. Honor, I've found something. My ontological database indicates it is some kind of tool. Partial further data is damaged or missing. It's a screwdriver, Scout. This is just what we needed. Hey, Tully, wasn't it? I'm guessing this is yours? Huh? What makes you think that? Well, because, I mean, you're a handyman, so... Oh, right, yeah. Sorry. So, do you mind if I borrow this? Mind? Why would I mind? I'll lend you a tool anytime you like. Maybe after we get out of here, you and me could grab a coffee? Scout, if you've got a cattle prod attachment, now's the time. Well, you know where I'll be if you change your mind. And another scan over the area. I doubt there'll be anything else, because there is more. I don't even know what we were pointing at there. The edge of the fridge. A 1 and an 8. Fill in the 10. 5 has to reach to there, and it cannot reach to here. 7 has to do this and that, because there's nothing in here. 6, 5, 4 is already done. Let's see. If there's a 1 here, this could be a 3 coming to there. If there's a 1 here... Okay, so this has to be part of the 3. And no matter what, it will have to cover this square as well. So that's those done. That row is done as well. 7's there. This actually is finished like that. 3, 4, 5. 4, 5, 5, 6, 7. That's a 1 down there, so there can't be anything here, so the 5 comes over. 1 and 3 are done, that's a 4, that's a 5. 4, 5, 6. The 1 will have to be all the way over here. So that 7 comes down. 2 there. This 5 comes over, so there's nothing else in this column. 2's do that and that, and this. Half eat an apple, or an apple with a bite out of it. Detective rank up. A new bonus puzzle has been added to Scout's memory bank. Do you think this could be useful to the investigation? I'll be honest, it seems unlikely that an apple is a smoking gun. A gun? Be careful, Honor. Guns are dangerous. No, Scout, it's just a turn of phrase. It means the murder weapon, or a vital clue. Oh. It's very confusing when humans say things that mean other things. I'm sure you'll catch on. Catch on to what? That was another one, wasn't it? Okay, so it has greyed out the investigate option, so I know that once we've found everything, it doesn't let me investigate anymore. Meaning if I can investigate, there is something to find. Click the Show Evidence button to show evidence collected by Scout to suspects and prompt new revelations. So, I could show her plenty of things. Let's... An apple a day keeps the doctor away, but not the coroner, apparently. I wonder if there's anything significant with the background colour, like the vent and the apple are blues, and then the screwdriver, tampon, and figurine are purple backgrounds. I'm going to guess that that's just because they all have blue as a main colour in their image, so the background is made a darker colour to actually make it visible. Let's go for the toy. Oh great, even more crappy merchandise. Is that the outfit from the marching band episode? Nope, it's the one from the it's from the one with the alien bug cult. Ugh, I hated that episode. You know it took Casey 3 hours to get all that green gunk out of my hair? Excuse me, Miss Cole. I couldn't help but overhearing, and I have to politely disagree. It wasn't just gunk, it was insect mucus, and it wasn't green, it was grey. I've seen it on VHS about 100 times. I don't care what colour it was, that crap was in my hair. But those details are very important. Without a consistent world, the show would fall apart at the seams. Oh please, it's all made up anyway. As long as I'm there, people will keep watching. But the real fans value internal logic. You've got to construct a rich and consistent canon to build long-term viewership. What the hell have canons got to do with anything? Ugh, I can't believe you're so ignorant. This is exactly what caused the show to go downhill last season. You ought to be ashamed at what you've done. Downhill? Are you crazy? I've never looked better. This isn't about you. Now I know you're crazy. Well, that works for a distraction. I didn't know human faces could display that shade of red. John really cares about the show, huh? I almost feel bad for Becky. Almost. I think we have everything we need now, Anna. Are you ready to open the air vent? Ready as I'll ever be. You? I'm looking forward to exploring this ventilation system with you. You know, I can't tell if you're joking or not. I don't know if I'm capable of joking on her, but I would like to learn how. Wait, before we climb in, any idea where this vent goes? I don't want to end up in the furnace. I could try mapping the internal topography with active radar. I don't have a clue what that means, but if you think it'll help. Puzzles start. Oh, the 5 and 4 are very easy here. The 1 and 8s will finish off nicely. These 4s go. There's nothing else in there. 4s, 3s, 1s. This has to make a 5 and a 2 there. 5s, 2 to 2. Nothing else in this column. 5 goes to there, and 3s. You found ventilation map. Mapping complete. The vent leads to another room of a similar size to this. Probably Blake's office. I didn't think I'd be heading back there so soon. Should I look for another way out? No. If I'm going to find a way to prove I didn't kill him, this office is the best place to start. I just hope we don't run into Detective Cross when we get there. This vent looks pretty tight. You sure we're not going to get stuck in there? Don't worry, Honor. My sensors have already measured your body. And you did what? I took approximate measurements of your body. Compared to the diameter of the ventilation shaft, it is unlikely you'll become stuck. Did I do something bad? Scout, you can't do that kind of thing without asking. Sorry, Anna. I didn't realise. How about you just delete those measurements and we'll pretend this never happened? What measurements? Hey, you can make jokes. Come on, let's get in that vent before I start having second thoughts. Air vent is opened, and we crawl in, I guess that said. No sign of Detective Cross. What's the plan now? Oh, that was Scout, not Honor. Good question. They'll find whoever did this to you, Blake. I'll make sure. Scout, can you see anything? I can currently see 432 objects. Can you be more specific, or should I scan them all individually? No, I mean, can you see anything that might shed some light on what happened? And before you say anything, I don't mean the desk lamp. Understood. I'll scan the room. Wait. We have found something. Okay. Doesn't look like there are any real quick and easy fills, but there are still many places where we can start. This has to be a 5. This column is done. That's a 1. 3 could go either way there. That could be a 1 or a 2. These have to be 1s. That has to be a 2. So the 4 is up there. So that is a 1, meaning there's nothing to the left of it. It has to be a 2 in here. This 6 can be finished off. Nothing else in the column. 7 now has to include that cell. Nothing goes there. That has to be a 3, and it can't reach to there. 2 can't reach any of those. 3 has to be in here. These columns are done. That 3 comes down and 7 is done. This comes up. Nothing in here. There's a 3 here. Has to cover these 2. Then this is a 4. This comes up and that comes left. Medical report. This is the medical examiner's report. Detective Cross must have called someone in to check the body. We use these in murder mystery when we need to know the basics about a murder. You know, cause of death, time of death. People were murdered on your TV show? Well, yeah, it's literally in the title. I didn't realize. I thought you said you were innocent. No one actually dies on the show, Scout. They're just acting. Acting? Ah, I see. The show wasn't real. You just pretended to be an actress. No, I don't have time to explain this right now. Give me a minute to read this report. Cause of death, blunt force trauma to the head. Just like the detective said. Time of death, approximately 4:30. Where was I at 4:30? According to my internal chronometer, that's when we met in the parking lot. Of course. Scout, I think I just found my alibi. Miss Mizrahi? What are you doing in here? You really shouldn't be in here, Miss Mizrahi. You're going to get yourself arrested. I couldn't stay in that break room. I know I shouldn't be here, Bill, but I couldn't stay in that break room. How'd you get out? I thought Detective Cross locked the door. I crawled through the ventilation system, with a little help from Scout here. I am Scout. Hi. What is that, a flying fax machine? He's a robot of some kind. We haven't had much chance to get to know each other yet. Scout, this is Bill. He's the studio's one-man security team. Hello, Bill. Boy, technologies these days is amazing, isn't it? My son can fax me his drawings from home, and they come out right here in my office. Well, up until last week anyway. Now they've got him doing macaroni art at school. She's gummed up the machine, something awful. Bill, I've got to prove to Detective Cross that I didn't kill Blake. Can you help? You know I'll do anything to help you out, Miss Mizrahi. I don't want to get in trouble. What have you been doing since Detective Cross arrived? He put me in charge of guarding the crime scene. He's got a lot to do, so I'm supposed to make sure no one gets in here or touches anything. You didn't touch anything, did you? Who? Me? Of course not. You've got nothing to worry about. What about the medical examiner's report? You were reading it just a minute ago. Did you forget? The report? Oh geez, that's super important. I'm going to be in so much trouble if Detective Cross hears about this. Thanks, Scout. You're welcome, Honor. You and Detective Cross, what do you think of him? Honestly, he's kind of scary. I told him I liked his badge, and he towered over me like some kind of enormous angry telephone pole. I swear, he looks twice as big up close. He just stood there frowning at me. Felt like hours. Then he pointed at my tie and said it was unprofessional. I like this tie. Poor Bill. All I want is to prove to Detective Cross that I didn't kill Blake. You're a smart cookie, Miss Mizrahi, but shouldn't we let the detective do his job? And stay in the break room all night? No thanks. Maybe he knows what he's doing, but it's taking too long. At this rate, the real killer is going to get away before he's even interviewed us. I know I'm just an actress in a detective show. Hell, I wasn't even the main character. But I can help. Maybe, but you're going to need some serious evidence to convince Detective Cross you're not a suspect. The medical examiner's report says Blake died at around 4:30 p.m. I'd left Blake's office way before that. That's great, but can you prove it? I've seen it in your show. You need evidence. Scout, did you record anything on those cameras of yours? Yes, Honor. I automatically keep a cyclical buffer of the past few hours of visual input. However, I have no way of displaying those images. All that technology, and they didn't think to give you a printer. I'll add it to the list. You know, that reminds me of the fancy CCTV system we were supposed to get. Then they trimmed the budget and ended up only getting installed out in the parking lot. Typical management, I'm telling you. It's all we... There was a lot there. Wait, are you saying there's CCTV outside? Sure. No one ever showed me how to use it, but it's there. Bill, that CCTV will prove my alibi. I was in the parking lot when the murder happened. Can you pull the footage to show Detective Cross? Well, in theory. But you need my fingerprint to open the security office door, and I'm supposed to stay here and guard the crime scene. Guard it from who? Everyone else is locked in the break room. What if the murderer comes back? Then Scout will, blast them with his death ray. Really? He can do that? Honor, I don't have... Yes, that is a thing he can do. Absolutely. Now, could you go and get that tape? Please? Oh, geez. Okay, if you're sure, I'll be back as quick as I can. Honor, I don't have a death ray. I know, Scout. Just play along, okay? My first real crime scene. It's nothing like I imagined. I thought you pretended to solve crimes on your TV show. I did, and I've read so many mystery novels, seen so many movies. It sounds stupid now, but I guess I convinced myself I'd know how to handle a real murder. But now I'm standing here looking at the body of my friend and... Bill, did you get the tapes already? Jesus! Detective Cross will do just fine, thanks. You want to give me an explanation, or shall I skip straight to the handcuffs? I can't wait to see how you're going to try and talk your way out of this. Okay, I can explain everything. How'd you even get in here? Through the air vent. The air vent? Who do you think you are, John McClane? Maybe if you hadn't locked us in the break room, I could have used the door, like a normal person. Oh really, my apologies. I didn't realise I should have made it easier for you to tamper with the crime scene. I realise this looks bad, but I got sick of waiting around. You haven't even taken our statements yet. This is real life, not some 2-bit TV show. Good police work takes time. I'm just trying to find some way to prove I didn't kill Blake. He was my friend. And you thought breaking into the crime scene was going to help your case? Actually, it did. There's solid proof I didn't do it. Bill's just gone to get the security tapes. I was beginning to wonder where he'd gone. Maybe you convinced him to leave so you could screw around with the real evidence. You'll see once he gets back. You just have to trust me. Trust doesn't get you very far in my line of work. Have you got any leads? Yeah, I'm looking at one right now. Please, detective, I was just trying to help. Being a detective on TV doesn't mean you're qualified to waltz in and take over a real murder investigation. Real police work isn't a game. It's dangerous, and you don't know the first thing about it. That's where you're wrong. My dad was on the force. And I suppose he told you all about it. He didn't have to. He'd come home exhausted every night. I saw what it did to him. I might not have the training, but I understand the job. I know what it takes. Don't make me laugh. I've seen your show. You wouldn't last 5 minutes on the force. What would you do if the killer showed up right now? I would blast them with my death ray. He's just kidding, detective. What's taking you so long anyway? We've been stuck in that room for hours. I'm just doing my job. There are a lot of things to cover. Security, photography, evidence collection. I've read enough mysteries to know it shouldn't take this long. Something's wrong. So I'm a little understaffed. Nothing I can't handle. Oh, great. It's reassuring to know that Blake's death is so high on the LAPD's list of priorities. Central's screwing me around again, but it won't work. I might be old, but I'm not getting pushed into a desk job yet. It takes as long as it takes, and that's the end of it. Detective Cross, this is Scout. Looks like something out of Buck Rogers. Are you a real detective? Can you help me find my creator? You'd better get this flying toaster out of my face before things get ugly. Scout, maybe you should leave the nice detective alone. Alright, Ms. Rahi. I think it's time we moved this conversation down to the precinct, don't you? I got it, Honor. I found the security tape. Nice of you to join us. Detective Cross. Oh, geez, I mean, what a pleasant surprise. Maybe I'm forgetful in my old age, but didn't I tell you to guard this room? I am guarding the room. I mean, I was. I just had to go and, care to explain how Miss Marple over here managed to get in? You said to make sure nobody got through that door. You, didn't say anything about the air vent. So you wandered off and left a murder suspect at the scene of the crime. Alone, with all the evidence. Well, when you say it like that... I only went to check the CCTV system. Would have been back sooner, but I had to take the darn thing apart to get at the tape. Couldn't you just press the eject button? There's an eject button? What do you say, detective? Care to see my evidence? You've got 5 minutes. After that, I'm taking you downtown. That's all I need. Scout, can you scan this? 10s are easy to work with on a 10x10. 8s are also pretty easy to get started on. These are 1s, 7 there, 7 there. These 2s can only have things near them. The 1s can't have anything near them. So that's a 2, and then there's going to be a gap 1, and then there's going to be a 1-2 there. Other side is a mirror of that. So that 8 is done, these 2s come down here, that row's done, this column's actually done. Needs to come out here and then down here. CCTV tape. Detective rank up. 420. Why did they get Scout to scan that? Okay, what are we looking at? This is the security footage of the parking lot earlier this afternoon. Look, there's Bill. Who's that in the background? Looks like they've got spray cans. You got a problem with vandals around here, Bill? Them? No, they're just contractors. We get a lot around here. You know, painters. They're not contractors, they're kids. They've got skateboards, for God's sake. Didn't you say you were looking for kids doing graffiti earlier, Bill? Oh, geez. As enlightening as this is for some of us, I don't see how it proves anything useful. I'm getting to that, detective. Bill, can you fast forward to around about 4:30 p.m? There, that's it. See, that's me standing by my car. I spoke to Bill, then Scout. Okay, you were in the parking lot. So what? Blake was already dead. He died around 4:30, and the CCTV footage clearly shows I was in the parking lot. Well, I'll be damned. Not bad for a TV detective, huh? I guess not. Now, if I can just get you to give a written statement... Wait a second. How do you know the time of death? Bill, did you let her read the medical report? Oh, jeez. Listen up, everyone. I'll need to keep you here for a little longer. Please, Detective. I've spent the last 20 minutes trying to get John and Becky to stop arguing, and have more luck sorting out the Middle East. If you need something to keep you occupied, start working on those statements. What about me? Can I help out out some other way? Scout could... Listen, Nancy Drew. You got lucky with that CCTV, but that was all it was. Luck. Now go home and let the professionals handle this. Hey, how come she gets to go home? She could be the murderer. I've seen evidence that proves otherwise. Only thing I'm guilty of is being a pain in my ass. You can't keep me locked up in here. What if I'm next? Don't worry, babe. If anyone tries anything, I'll whack him with one of my dumbbells. You brought dumbbells with you on a job? You never know when you're going to find a spare 5 minutes to work up a sweat. Know what I mean? Ugh, a reclusive nun would get what you mean, and even she'd think 5 minutes is pathetic. Wait, did I just find Becky funny? Detective, I'm begging you. You've got to let us out of here. I'm going stir crazy. Fine, you can leave the goddamn room. Just stay inside the studio grounds, okay? I mean it. Any of you try anything, and I'll have you tackled by a patrolman faster than you can say WrestleMania. Quick question. How cute is this theoretical patrolman? How good is his credit? Does he get on well with his mother? As for you, go home. Just for the record, you guys are all crazy. I'm putting that in my report. Praise the goddess, we're free. Ish. Guess I should go home now, like he said. Don't feel bad, babe, you've earned it. You said you were going to prove yourself innocent, and you went out and did it. I did, didn't I? So, what are you waiting for? You're free to go. Uh-oh, you've got that look on your face. Don't think you can hide it from me, Missy. I know that look. That's the Honor Mizrahi I'm not giving in special. It's just... I got myself out of trouble, but what about you guys? What about Blake? He gave me my big break. I wouldn't even be here without him. He wasn't just my boss, he was my friend. Right up until he fired you, but that's just it. It doesn't make any sense. All I could think of at the time was how angry I was, but looking back, he was so nervous. You've been playing a detective too long, babe. You're starting to sound like one. It's not just me, there's something else going on. I can't just leave. If you want to keep investigating, Honor, I'm here to help. Scout, don't you want to go and find a real detective? You may not be a real detective, but maybe that's okay. Maybe what I really need is a partner. I'm good at finding things, but I'm no good with people. But you convinced Bill to help you. You proved your innocence to Detective Cross. So maybe I don't need a real detective after all, because together we can solve anything. If you want to try, that is. Why not? I think I'm getting to like having you around anyway. How about you, Casey? Will you help me look into it? Absolutely. You know I've got your back. But, can I pop to the loo first? I've needed to go for hours, and I'm genuinely scared something's about to burst. So with that, we unlock the break room. We can investigate again in here. There are questions we can ask our friend KC. There has also been bonus puzzles. So let's run a couple of bonus puzzles. Give my voice a break. I will say it as many times as I say it. I'm not a voice actor. Doing voices at all like this hurts. It actively is painful. So, honestly, I'm considering just going through these bonus puzzles and calling it quits despite how early this is. We've made it about halfway through the normal stream time. It wouldn't be too bad to end there with a dialogue-heavy game like this. It would be nice if I could show some of the later puzzles, see how complicated they actually get. That was a mistake. Filled in that square instead of crossing it out, but it didn't seem to automatically do anything. Yeah, it doesn't. So maybe it will be okay for my score. Actually, do I even get score for these bonus puzzles? Where's... okay, it's 1, 6. So 1 space 3, 6. Okay. That fills up that entire space. 3. Can't reach any of that. That row is done. These are 1s. That has to go there. 1 and 4. This is a 4 there. That's 1, 1, 1. So that one goes there, then a 2 here. Yeah, you might be able to hear even. My voice is starting to get a bit croaky. I am not used to talking this much. Well, we are seeing for the first time something beyond a 10 by 10. This one is 15 by 10. So, can still treat it the same, it just expands out a bit. So the 9's reach there. Now, on a 15, a 9 will fit like this, and then the extra 2 means I can fill in 3 more spaces. So these are done. That's a 1, so this is a 3, and then this is a 4. 2 has to be there. 5 has to reach to there, 3 there. This is the 3. 5 cannot come up here. 6, 4. 1 part of the 2. These 2 rows are done. This is 2, this is 3 and 2. Very nice. 4, 2. So this is a 4. So we can't reach any of this. That's a 3 and that's a 3. These columns are done. So that 4's there. 2 has to come to here. This is a 5. This is 2. Oops. Nothing else in these 2 columns. 5, 2, 3, 2, 2 there. That's a 2. That. First aid kit? Yes. Took a moment to recognize it. a 4 and a 10 fill out the 15 row. There will be a 1 gap from the from a 3 10. The columns with 10 are easy to fill. Oops. 7 is almost done. 6, 1 space, space 1 space. 4s cannot reach past there. Only 1 left for this 7 as well. That's 11. Oops. 13 could still go either way. The 4 goes to there. The 2 and 1 have to fill in these spaces. Oops. The 8s come all this way. 4 and 3 like that. So that's the 4, that's the 2. 11, 1 space, so that 1 goes there. That 1 goes there. I like this music. It's very upbeat. Comes out like that. 1 and 4, then that 6 finishes there. That and that. And donut. And the last bonus puzzle we've got unlocked for now. 7 does this, and then 1 gap. And that's probably going to be part of the 6. If it were 1, then 3, 4, 5, 6, it would be touching this. So no matter how far down we pull the 6, it still has to hit this. Meaning the 3 goes there, and this is the 6. That could still be the 2 or the 1. This one has to be a 1 in the row. 1 or 2, I guess. 1 and 2, and no, that will have to be a 2, I guess. It's just that we can't work out which side it will expand on. 5 and 4s like that. This vertical 4 can't get anywhere, that can't go there. That's 4, so it comes 1 further. This 3 can't go down without getting that, so it goes up, and then that there. 2, this is a 4 and that's a 3. So the 4s can't reach the corner and the edge. Let's see. This row I can probably do something with. There's a 2 could fit in here, and then 2 space 3. So the right side I've done. The remaining 2 will have to fill that space. That has to be a 5 there. This is a 4, comes down to a 6. Not those spaces yet. That has to be a 1, that has to be a 1. There's 2 1s left to go there. There's also 2 1s to go there, and then a 1 up here. That could be a 1 or a 2. That has to be the 2, because you can't fit a 2 in here. That's a 1, that's a 2, so then these rows are done. This has to be the 5. That's that 2, and this is this 2. Nothing in this column. There's a 1 in one of these 2. Don't know which yet. 8's done, 7 done, then there's a 1 here, so that's a 1. 2, 1 like that. And this column is done. There could be a 1 in any of these 3. This row has 3 1s left, so they'll go there, there, and one of these 2. That 2 has to come down to there, and then this 5 across here. Or down there, rather. Nothing else in here. 1 there, and 1 there. What is this? A candy bar! Okay. So, improving my detective rank further would unlock another 6 puzzles. There are 4 cases in total. We actually have the early puzzles for the future cases, but I'm not gonna go into those, I think. Yeah, so I think I'm going to actually call it here. Let's save. Make a separate save from the autosave. There we go. Lovely. If you hit the load button, there is no back. There's no back button at all. You just have to choose something to load. That's not good game design. There was no button to just close the load section there. Oh, that's not good. Okay, so my voice is starting to go. This is a very story-heavy game, so I don't think it will be done any justice for a stream if there's no voice going on. So I'm going to call it with that. If you have enjoyed, I have a... where is it? This. I have Twitter and Discord. So the Twitter account or the Discord server, both are places where you can get alerts and notifications when I'm going to go live and what I'm going to be playing. Though I do tend to play, or stream rather, the same time, same day every week. So it's nice and consistent. I'll make announcements at both of those places if there are any changes that will prevent me from streaming. I also have a YouTube channel where I upload all of my VODs because Twitch only keeps them for about a week, so this just lets them stay up perpetually. I think that'll do. Let's have a quick check. Nobody I know is streaming. Let's see about other people playing this, hey? I'm going to mute the desktop audio for a little bit, just so that I can check. Is this one live? Finding people to raid into can be a bit of a hassle. Especially when they keep being people that don't do any talking. Here? Alright, I'm just going to end, for the moment, I'm just going to end my recording real quick for the YouTube VOD. Less editing that way. Then I'll find someone to try and raid into. So, YouTube, thank you very much for being with me today. Have a good one.